Hello everyone, today I would like to present a topic which is Powercfg. Firstly, Powercfg is a command utility program that scripts power management options during builds, which can help to control power settings and configure the computer to default to hibernate or sleep mode. If you want to understand the meaning of Powercfg easier, you can relate it with other concepts such as human resource, server administrator, network administrator, and so forth. For example, human resource manage employees, server administrator manage server, network administrator manage networks, which means that Powercfg giving you an option to manage any power related options such as power scheme and so on. So in order to launch Powercfg, firstly, I need to open the command prompt and run as administrator is because some of the functions for Powercfg requires administrator privileges. So I will launch the command prompt first. Then, in order to see the full list of functions for Powercfg, I will type Powercfg / then it will display the full list of functions for Powercfg. However, I will only present a few functions for Powercfg is because some of the functions of Powercfg can be done through GUI, graphic user interface, which everyone knows that GUI is more user-friendly and easier to understand compared to command prompt. Besides that, if I explain each of the functions in details, this will cost me spending a lot of time as well as wasting your precious time. So now, I would like to present you some of the functions for Powercfg which are useful. The first function of Powercfg is Hibernate. Hibernate function is enabling and disabling the Hibernate related features. Hibernate feature is allowing your computer to save its current state to your hard drive by dumping the contents of its random access memory RAM into the file on your hard drive. When you boot up the computer, it will load the previous state from the hard drive to your RAM. This function is useful is because it provides you convenience to disable or enable all of the Hibernate feature by typing this command between a short period of time. So now I would like to show you the function. So now I would like to enable Hibernate feature. I will type Powercfg / on. Then it will automatically enable all of the Hibernate related features. However, if you would like to disable any Hibernate related features, you can type Powercfg / off. Then it will disable all of the Hibernate related features. The difference between enabling Hibernate feature and disabling Hibernate feature also can be shown through GUI as well. So now I would like to show you the difference. Firstly, I need to go to the power option settings by launching the control panel. Hardware and sound, power options, change plan settings for the current power plan that you are using, and select change advanced power settings. After that, you can go to the sleep settings to see the difference. When I select sleep settings and I disable Hibernate features, you'll find out that there are two settings missing, which are Hibernate after and hybrid sleep. So now I enable the Hibernate feature again. And I go to the sleep settings. After enabling Hibernate features, you will find out that allow hybrid sleep setting and Hibernate after setting are available under sleep settings. Next, the second function for Powercfg which is useful is available sleep states. Available sleep state is a function that reports the sleep state available on the system according to the explanation above. This function is useful as well. It's because it allows you to keep an eye on the available sleep state on your system. For example, if you make some mistakes sometimes, like accidentally disabling Hibernate feature without knowing, and when you're doing a task on halfway, suddenly your computer power off and you boot up again, you find out that all of the current tasks that you're performing are missing. So in order to prevent that happen, you can use Powercfg available sleep state to check the current sleep states that are available in your system. So after typing this command, you'll find out that the sleep states that are available on your system are standby S3, hibernate, hybrid sleep, and fast start up. However, the standby modes which are not available are standby S1, standby S2, and standby S0 low power idle. If you are wondering what is S1, S2, S0, S3 stands for, well, S1, S2, S3 as well as S0 are representing the different layers of sleep. S0 represents light sleep. S1 represents deep sleep. S2 represents deeper sleep. S3 represents deeper sleep. Besides that, the third useful function I have found out for Powercfg command is export function. Export is a Powercfg function that allows you to export any specific power scheme to a specific file you created. This function is useful is because it allows you to backup the power scheme you prefer and import it to any other destination computers that use the same OS system as yours. So, first and foremost, I need to list out the available power plans for my computer. Power plan, as well as power scheme, is the collection of settings that control the power usage of your computer. There are three default power schemes provided by Windows 10, which are balance, high performance, and power saver. You can obtain these three power plans through GUI by going to the power options. So now I need to list the available power schemes on my computer has by typing Powercfg Flash L. Then it will display the list of available power schemes in my computer, followed by GUIDs. GUID is globally unique identifier represented by integers. So now I can perform export of one of my power scheme to other computer. So now I would like to export power saver to a specific file created called my demo plane. So now I type Powercfg/export, and I need to specify the file location, which is documents. For example, after specifying the file location, you need to provide the name of the file we are going to create in POW format, which is my demo plan.pow, and then you need to provide the GUID of the power scheme that you would like to export. As I mentioned, I would like to export power saver to a file called my demo plan. So I provide the GUID of power saver. Then it proves that I already successfully export my power plan, which is Powercfg, to my demo plan file. If you want to see the file, you can go to Documents to GUI. Then you will find that there's a file created in Documents, which is mydemoplan.pow. Now, if you are using another Windows 10 computer and you would like to import a specific power plan as your custom power plan, you can use import functions for Powercfg, which can help you to import the power settings as well as the settings from the specific file you created. So now, in order to import the power scheme, firstly, I need to delete one of the power scheme, which is Powercfg first. This is due to the fact that I'm importing the power scheme, which is Powercfg, from the file into my own computer instead of others. So I delete the particular power scheme, which is Powercfg first, by typing this command, which is Powercfg Flash delete provide the GUID of Powercfg. Okay, so after deleting Powercfg, then I check the updated list of available power plan in my computer by typing Powercfg/L. Then you will find out that Powercfg plan has been deleted. So now I'm allowed to import Powercfg plan into my computer. So now in order to import, similar as how you export the power plan, you type the command, which is Powercfg/import, the file location as well as the file name, then after that I need to provide the GUID of Powercfg plan that I already export. Must be the same. You cannot change the GUID without any limitations. So after I type providing the information, it will display a message which is important power scheme successfully and the GUID of the power scheme. So now I can check the list of available power schemes that I have in my computer by typing Powercfg/L again. Then it will display the updated power schemes that are available in my computer. Now, Microsoft has added a hidden battery report feature into Windows in Windows 8 onwards, and it is built into Powercfg command. Battery report is useful is because it allows you to keep an eye on the condition of your battery as well as be the guide for you to make the decision on replacing new batteries. So in order to open the report, you need to type the command, which is Powercfg-battery report. After that, it will display a message which is battery life report saved to the file location. So now we are going to the file location and open the report. This report is saved in HTML format. According to the file location, the HTML report is saved in my local drive in Windows and System32. So I go to my System32 and I type battery report. Then it will open the report by using Internet Explorer. So after opening the report, the first section of the report, it will display the information about your computer, system product, and so on, which you can refer by yourself. And after that, it will display the information about your battery of your laptop, which you can refer by yourself as well. Design capacity is the amount of charge of the battery that is designed to hold. Full charge capacity is the amount of charge of the battery that actually holds. So you can relate both of these with expectation as reality. So for example, my battery is expected to hold the amount of 37,000 milliwatts of charge. However, it only holds 32,264 milliwatts of charge in my laptop. So as you can see below there is one information called cycle count. Cycle count is the number of times that the battery has used up 100% of its charge. Cycle count measures each time the battery has run all the way down and been recharged. After looking at the information about your battery, then you can see the third section which displays the recent usage of your power. The purpose of this is to display the list of power states, including active or suspended, that the system has gone through over the last 72 hours, which is 3 days. It provides the information about what time you start to use the system and the power state of the system, the power source you are using, which are AC, charging, and battery, as well as the capacity remaining, means when you start to use system, how many percentage of the battery you are having. So for example, today, 23rd of May, I start to use the system at 12:21 AM 43 seconds, and my power state is active. The power source I'm using is battery, means I didn't use charger to charge my laptop. And when I'm using, my power remaining capacity is 60% left, which equated to 19,329 milliwatts. So after referring to recent usage session, you will see the battery usage session that has an interesting chart as well as the table. So the purpose of this is to indicate the date and time for each instance when the battery was drained over last 72 hours, means also 3 days. The battery usage session is very useful because it allows you to keep track on the condition of your battery as well as be a guide for you in making decision on replacing the batteries. Giving an example, like on today, which is 23rd of May, after using the system for 38 minutes and 42 seconds, the total energy that has been drained for my battery is 35%, which is equated to 11,159 milliwatt that has been reduced. So after the battery usage session, you will see the usage history section that displays the history of system usage for both AC and DC power. The purpose of this table is to reveal the durations of using the computer without charging or charging. This allows you to keep track on the duration so that you will ensure that you will leave the laptop on for too longer period. For example, you leave your laptop on for 24 hours per day. So for example, for yesterday, 22nd of May, I have used the total duration of 3 hours, 4 minutes and 23 seconds on my laptop without charging, and 2 hours, 48 seconds 48 minutes and 1 second on my laptop while charging. So after referring to the history of the usage, then you will see the battery capacity history. This table is very useful because it indicates the health condition of your battery, which allows you to keep an eye on it. So, for example, if you notice over time that the battery cannot hold its charge, this table will reveal that your battery is unable to hold to the full capacity charge. For example, for yesterday, which is 22nd of May, my design capacity, which is the same, the fixed is 37,000. However, my full charge capacity is 32,362. If you notice that the milliwatt keep decreasing until, for example, like 20,000, 10,000 milliwatt, then it is the time for you to replacing the batteries. Depends on your situation. Now, let's proceed to the last section of the report, which is battery life estimates. So, this represents how long you can expect the battery to last at the full charge capacity and at the design capacity. For example, for yesterday, 22nd of May, my battery is expected to last long in 3 hours, 26 minutes and 7 seconds at full charge capacity. However, my battery is expected to last long for 3 hours, 55 minutes and 39 seconds at design capacity. So by referring to this report table, you are able to determine the health condition of a battery. Anyway, this difference is not that big, so which means that the health condition is okay. However, if you find out that, for example, my battery is expected to last long for 3 hours, 55 minutes and 39 seconds at design capacity. However, my battery, in fact, can only last long for 1 hour, 59 minutes and 1 second at full charge capacity. So this time you might need to aware of the health condition of the battery. Okay, so now let's close the battery report and proceed to the last useful function of Powercfg, which is Powercfg/energy. So this function analyzes the system for common energy efficiency and battery life problems. So firstly, before proceeding to this command, let me ask you a question. Do you feel annoying when you have work to do on a laptop and the battery is dead or low? Even though you select power saver as the power scheme of your computer, but actually there are many other factors that cause your battery energy to be drained. So this function is useful is because it allows you to keep track of your energy efficiency of the laptop. So let's run the command by typing Powercfg/energy, and you need to wait for 60 seconds to produce the report. So after waiting for 60 seconds for the report to be generated, now we are going to open the energy report, which is saved in HTML format from Internet Explorer. And when you open the report, you will find out the first section is regarding the information about your BIOS and so forth, which you can refer by your own. And after that, it will show you the analysis results that are categorized in 3 sections, which are errors, warnings, and informational. The first section are the errors, which can cause huge effect on power consumption as well as the battery life. And these problems are represented by pink color. After referring to the first section, which are the errors, then the second section are the warnings that only cause the moderate effect on the power consumption as well as the battery life. No need to worry about the warnings because they are not critical to fix the errors. However, if you manage to fix these warnings, then you are able to improve the power efficiency easily. So after referring to the warning sections, the final section of this report is information. Information does not include any energy problems. It just provides a general information about your power and so on. To sum it out, if you are able to understand all of the functions for Powercfg, then you will find out that Powercfg is quite interesting command as well as useful. It's because you are able to play around with these commands, as well as it helps you to keep track of your condition of the battery, energy efficiency, and so forth. So by using Powercfg, you no need to spend a lot of money to seek for the consultant from professional in batteries and so forth, which can help you to make decision on whether you need to replace the batteries and so on. And this can help you to improve your power efficiency because you are able to keep an eye on the problems which can affect the power efficiency a lot. So I will end my presentation now. Thank you for lending me your ears, and I wish you to have a nice day and good night.